Ingredients. Have you ever taken a look at air freshener packaging? Heck, for any packaging, right? You think you're buying something off the shelf that would be good, maybe to eat. And you ever look at the packaging and all the chemicals in there? The list of ingredients is a mile long and it's a freaking cupcake. All right. So, how can you have all that in a cupcake? Well, you just can if you mix chemicals, right? And so that's what's happening in all cases, whether it's a air freshener or food or whatever. If a lot of times in this packaging, you're going to see vague terms like fragrance or odor eliminator. In many cases, there's no ingredients listed whatsoever. It's kind of like on food packaging when they say citric acid. Do you really know what citric acid is? Or, quote, natural flavors, which can be a euphemism for MSG. So these companies are very adept at trying to get around laws and rules about what's in their product. And so it's up to you as the consumer to figure that out and only use what you need to use. So companies are legally allowed to keep fragrance ingredients confidential because they're deemed trade secrets by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. On a little side note, why do we have one administration that regulates food and drugs when they can be easily combined and most of the time are? It seems like that's a conflict of interest. Trade secrets exempts them from requirements about listing ingredients. In other words, oh, how did you make that awesome perfume? Well, they don't have to list the ingredients in there or someone would go copy them. So they get around having to disclose what's actually in there by that confidentiality that they get from this trade secret or this patent that they have on that chemical. So that's why you have a problem really trying to find out what's going on. That's just why air freshener packaging contains little to no information about what's truly inside the product. A lack of fragrance ingredient disclosure is problematic because numerous substances known to be found within fragrances, like those listed before, like we talked about before, and some we're going to talk about in a little bit, can be in it without listing it on the label. It is impossible for consumers to know what substances they might be exposed to. So isn't that encouraging? If it says fragrance or odor eliminator, that's vague for literally could be anything.